Top 10 Best Boss Fights in Video Games. Are you one of those gamers who love venting their gaming rage over an undefeatable boss? Video games wouldn't be what they are because these boss fights offer us enormous challenges and more memorable moments. These boss battles have shown us something exceptional, which is all you can ask for in a boss fight. Welcome to BingeTv, and here are the top 10 best boss fights in video games. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up, share, and subscribe to the channel to see our latest content. Without further ado, let's begin the video. 10th place, Shadow of the Colossus, Phalanx. Phalanx is the best boss fight in Shadow of the Colossus. Phalanx's encounter in the game is most intense, but of course, satisfying. The giant snake-like beast floats around you, and you have to wait for the right time to make your move. You have to puncture the airbags of this massive dragon to bring him down, and once its wings are hoven into the sand, you must board them, and from that point, you must stab it on every vital point to get rid of it. The Shadow of the Colossus reaches its end when you're miles in the air on the verge of killing this dangerous beast. 9th place, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Ganon. You're mistaken if you think the game is over after Link defeats Ganondorf. After we see Ganondorf burning to ashes, the ruins of the castle Ganondorf rises again and uses Triforce power to transform into Ganon. Ganon is a beast holding two swords. The best part here is that the battle between these two takes place as the dark and stormy sky flashes with lightning, highlighting the still flaming ruins of the castle around you. Ganon is undefeatable, but the Master Sword is the only thing that can take him down. This is one of the best games loaded with deadly but most satisfying boss fights. 8th place, Bloodborne Ludwig the Accursed. Ludwig the Accursed is a former hunter mutated with his mount lying within Hunter's Nightmare. Ludwig has lost his sanity to his inhuman curse and immediately attacks the player on sight. He is one of the most bloodthirsty and best of all Soulsborne bosses. Ludwig can transform into Ludwig the Holy Blade during the fight. His combat style becomes more elegant and skillful during this phase. Even after he gets defeated, his head lies in a pile of gore and he continues to speak. 7th place, God of War, Sigrun. Sigrun, the Queen of Valkyries in God of War, is one of the most challenging bosses. This infamous battle will combine the strength and skills of these previous bosses to produce the hardest optional boss in the God of War series. Sigrun has around 20 skills that she can erratically use throughout the battle, making it difficult to predict and evade her next attack. One wrong move is enough for her to kill Kratos with one hit. Keep in mind that you won't be able to win the fight initially, and it will take you a few times to understand her fighting tactics. 6th place, Kingdom Hearts, Sephiroth. Kingdom Hearts revolves around the main character Sora and his dealings with various Square Enix, Disney, and Pixar characters. It won't take you long to realize how good Sephiroth is and how difficult it will be to take him down. He can block almost all of your attacks and can counter them in the blink of an eye, so the best way to defeat him is to attack from behind. He can summon pillars of flames, teleport at will, and lunge at you with the range of a god. Want to win the battle? Craft the Ultima weapon and react immediately. 5th place, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance, Senator Armstrong. Senator Armstrong is a formidable opponent. The nanomachine-filled governor is the strongest villain in the entire Metal Gear franchise, so you need to learn which attacks can be deflected or dodged quickly. However, the biggest obstacle is when he throws debris at you because if you don't react quickly enough, it's a potential one-shot. Armstrong is the final boss of both Raiden and Sam's stories and undoubtedly one of the deadliest. 4th place, Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. Nemesis is a boss you will encounter several times throughout the games, but the final battle is where he's at his best and the hardest to beat. Upon clearing the clock tower, players will eagerly make their way outside so Jill can finally make her last escape. Unfortunately, Nemesis will interfere, take her escape chopper out, and then engage Jill in a fight to the death. You must bring healing items because Jill is going to need them. Nemesis will try to infect Jill, and this will affect your health. After this fight, she'll be out of commission, and Carlos will take over as the playable character. It's a tense encounter and one of the most critical moments in the story. Third place, Final Fantasy XI Absolute Virtue. Absolute Virtue is the third toughest boss of all time for good reason. If you want to drive yourself wholly nuts and lose hours of your life trying to kill this boss, then this is the one for you. Verging into insanity, Absolute Virtue went undefeated for years until developers realized how difficult it was for players to defeat. So they decided to release a patch that knocked her HP down considerably and installed a 2-hour time limit. Second place, Destiny Scalas. Scalas is the final boss of the House of Wolves expansion and by far the most formidable enemy to take down in Destiny. If you want to win the battle, you must prepare the best team of players to defeat him, as he's got some incredible moves that you must learn to avoid. The battle has several phases that will require players to adapt as individuals and as a fire team. Before we get to the top spot on our list, here's a look at some honorable mentions. First place, Dark Souls 3, The Nameless King. The Nameless King in Dark Souls 3 is the cruelest and most vicious boss. The Nameless King has several moves and tricks up his sleeve that will leave you begging for an easy ride. The first thing you must do is execute his pet dragon, who's no less than the Nameless King. The player will face countless kings, fast attacks, and devastating blows, and you must memorize his attack sequences, dodge, block, and attack when you see fit. He's quicker and more dangerous even from far away. So what are your thoughts on these boss fights? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.